So that's one player. Then we got another one, little controversy in Miami. I want to talk about Mr. Tyreek Hill. I think I'm going to be very vocal about the Miami Dolphins in the offseason because it's pretty apparent what needs to be fixed. And to me, I actually think Tyreek Hill gone is addition by subtraction. I don't know what you think, but I'd love to get your thoughts on this. And if at this point you can get return for a 31-year-old wide receiver like Tyreek Hill, don't you do that?
Yes, 1,000%. I think this is just like it's like, listen, there's too many like off-field
Similar
distractions, other shit
players
that's
too.
happening now internally that have been impacted. That stunt at the end of the season with the media was as equal parts to just we're done here. It should be like that shouldn't have been like would take that same. This is what I would say. You take that same thing that happened with the 49ers last year, right? On the field, that shit got done quick.
Yeah.
Already see you later. That same approach with your star player, so to speak, in Tyreek, and you don't have a similar bar of expectation to just cut it as it is, then that's an organizational failure, in my opinion. So if you're not going to be holding your players and your expectations of your team to that higher level to be like, no, we're not going to put up with shit like this, right?
Yes.
We talked about Shanahan and just the line that is always drawn there. Then it's like, yeah, don't fucking put up with bullshit drama if you don't have to with a guy that's clearly more focused on extracurricular bullshit than the game. And obviously all the talk that was coming out of that last year with, you know, I'm going to be retiring at whatever age. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be running.
Yeah.
I'm still the fastest guy. Like
I'm better than Patrick Mahomes.
I'm better than
preseason
Patrick
talk.
Mahomes. Yeah, like no, it's at that point you're fodder to the cancer in your locker room. Like just
Absolutely.
get it out. Like that's
So
my
this
opinion on
is,
it.
and I completely agree with you. And this is why I brought it up because we had the chat about kind of some of the things the Dolphins should do to get better and based on what they've done in free agency and you're talking about like this is an opportunity for Miami to not only the addition but by subtraction getting rid of Tyreek Hill, but
Retool.
setting precedent for this new culture that you want to establish
Yeah.
and not just being so laissez-faire because I think that's the biggest problem with Miami. We said they have plenty of talent.
Yeah.
It's just a cultural problem, and it's too lax. You don't have guys that are in there that will do anything and everything to win football games, right? Like,
I would say that Tua is willing to die on the fucking
Yeah.
field.
I don't know if that's a sign of intelligence or
Hey,
just
that's passion, baby. Let me get out there.
I
That's-
don't really know what that is, but
Yeah.
when you are in that state and you're doing the shit you're doing, that's another conversation that
I
we
would
can
just
get
say
into.
that's
But
that's wanting to win, all right. That's winning at all costs. So
for me, at this point in time with Tyreek Hill, it's like I think what's basically come to a head is the fact that he's realizing he only has X amount of time left in the league. It was all fun and games. He got his bag. He went to Miami, and he didn't win. And now I think it's coming to a head, and he realizes that, and now it's not just about the money. He's got the money. Now he's like, fuck, like, I only have so much time to win. Kansas City just won 2 more chips without me. Like, I think it's at that point now, and if you're Miami, you take this and you set a new standard for yourself moving forward, and you get rid of a cancer like Tyreek Hill.
I'll be curious if he actually wants to win. Like I don't like just based on some everything he says
wants to win.
Yeah, that's all he's saying about. But then
are
it's
you
like,
gonna
but
go
then you
ride
made that
and die
decision
with the guys?
to catch your bag and fuck off to Miami. So did you really? You had the perfect gift in Patrick Mahomes in that entire thing. So it's like, what did you actually, or were you just? So that's why I don't know. I take a lot of this for what it is. And especially just with what we heard on one side of that story with the police and then what we saw in the video and another thing. And then it's kind of conflicting records of what's happening. That was bullshit altogether on, I would say, both sides. But nothing was really said truthful in that scenario.
Yeah.
So, are we getting the full story here? I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't give a shit. Tyreek can fucking do whatever he wants. Whatever.
Yes.
It's your money. It's your career. But
that's what it seems like. Like if I'm a Dolphins fan, I don't think you guys run this back. Sure, you guys are probably maybe make the playoffs, but it's like a one and done thing.
Yeah.
This team to me, like, and there's going to be a lot
Brittle,
more we're going
man.
to touch on later on. Yeah, like down the line when we get into start talking about teams and what they need to do and building through the draft, and we'll touch on all these bases. But to me, it's just there's too much finesse on the team, and I think getting rid of a piece like that and then moving forward would just be, it'd be a lot better for them. And starting to utilize some of their other talent that they have, like a chain is amazing. You start utilizing him out of the backfield, and then you had if Waddle can stay healthy, things like that. And then you also had like the tight end play they got last year was amazing. They had other guys step up. Like start utilizing those guys. Go out find another receiver that can fill a void, and build other positions. So we'll get into more on that, but I would love to hear your thoughts. You guys want to just leave in the comments kind of what you think the Miami Dolphins should do. If you think, you know what, might as well, let's ship Tyreek Hill out of here and let's start to build somewhere else and create new culture in this locker room, and try and get this Dolphins team back to winning ways. Or if you think, you know what, Tyreek's a big part of their offense, if he should stay, you guys let us know down in the comments. And then the last one here I wanted to touch on, Steve